Hey, what's up? I'm Diamond and welcome back to my channel, DymondStar. If you're new here, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and if y'all are returning.
Now I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1 million deals.
Hey, what's up? I'm Diamond and welcome back to my channel, DymondStar. Today I am bringing you a video talking about 16 habits of a 4.0 student and how you can achieve a 4.0 in school. Right now I am a sophomore in college, and I am, well, and all through high school I made straight A's, and the second semester of my first semester in college I made straight A's. So I have definitely learned how to make A's in both settings. So if you want to know what I did to get my straight A's, stay tuned. I am reading the notes from my phone, by the way. One of the first things that you need to be able to get a 4.0 in college or in high school is to have a growth mindset. One of the things that has helped me the most to achieve straight A's is to believe that I actually can achieve straight A's. I had to look at straight A's as an achievable thing and not as something that's far-fetched. I treated every class like it was the hardest class that I have ever taken. Even if the class required the least amount of effort, I would still try my hardest so I don't get hit with any surprises throughout the semester or the duration of the class or however long the class is. Number 2, I make grades a priority. Sometimes I found that I had to make sacrifices. I love TV and I love socializing, but sometimes I had to say no. I had to say no to TV, I had to say no to my friends, and I had to sacrifice my time to be able to dedicate it to my schoolwork. And especially with me being in college, there's always somebody wanting to go out. There's always somebody wanting to do something, whether it's go to the dining hall, whether it's go out to eat, whether it's to go to the movie theaters, to the mall, or wherever. It's always something to do. You don't always want to say no, but sometimes you got to. Whenever I'm studying or I am doing an assignment and I know, like in my heart, that I want to do something different, I just remind myself of what I want my GPA to look like and what I have to do to get my GPA to get there. Like, why would I let a 10 or 15 page paper or a 20 question assignment keep me from my 7, 8, 9 figure job in the future? Number 3, I set goals. I set long-term and short-term goals. In the grand scheme of things, I try to make an 8 on every assignment, whether it's big or small. And I plan out time to do my work, and I break big assignments into small parts to be able to do it throughout the time given to me to complete the assignment by. If I have a 10-page paper with a presentation, most likely I would plan to finish a week early. I will go ahead and set like 1 or 2 days aside for research, 1 or 2 days aside for actually writing the paper, and then I would do, most of the time I would just take my outline and then use my outline to make my presentation, and boom, there it goes. And boom. Some people can probably do it in one night if they try to procrastinate, but why would you want to procrastinate and stress that bad for it? And you don't even know what you're going to be turning in. It could be bad, it could be good. I don't want to take that chance. I just make sure I have more than enough time to be able to do my work and break it up if I need to. Just take a break from it. Take a break. Number 4, I like to stay organized. I'm not the most organized person, but I definitely follow my syllabus when it is given to me. Unless my professor says otherwise, I like to keep track of my test dates, my assignment due dates, what we're covering in class, and my class assignment percentages. So I'll know what the big assignments are and what the small assignments are. Also, I like to use my syllabus as a study guide if the teacher doesn't give you one already, because it tells you all the topics that you've gone over. Even if the teacher gets off topic, sometimes professors do that and they expect you to know stuff that's on the syllabus, but they ain't teaching class. As long as you stay on that syllabus and you follow that syllabus, you should be good for any exam, any test that you have, unless your teacher says otherwise. But then I'll get into a little bit more of that later on in one of my next habits or tips or advice or whatever. Like I said, I do like look at grade percentages on the syllabus. I found what works best for me. I particularly like classes that have big projects or big assignments that's due at the end of the semester. It weighs a large percent of your class final grade. I prefer that over having like a lot of little assignments throughout the semester. But that might not, that's just for me, that might not be for you. So you just need to know which one works best for you and what type of time you are looking to dedicate to your class throughout the semester. Number 5, I have to plan out my time. I literally give myself a daily schedule. Normally in college, the way it goes that no 2 days are the same. At the end of each day, or at least sometime throughout the day, I'll plan the day before to have time to be able to plan my next day every single day. I organize my day the way I feel like it should flow, consider everything that I have to do. I plan when I want to wake up. I plan where and what I want to eat for breakfast. I plan for classes. I plan for meetings and events. I plan for what and where I want to eat throughout the day. I plan out time to study. I plan all the way up until I lay my head down on my pillow, and I make sure I get at least 8 hours of sleep every single night. Or if not, your girl is not waking up in the morning on time, because I need my 8 hours of sleep. Number 6, do your assignments early. I like to do my assignments early so I can send in my assignments to my teachers, because sometimes your teacher will check your assignments for you, but they don't like to tell you that, check your assignments for you, and they'll tell you what you have wrong, any errors that you made, and you have time to change it, correct it, and send it back in with the corrections done, and you can expect a high grade instead of sending it in on the last day and just be wondering what you're gonna get. Even if you choose not to do it, at least you know what you're working with. On top of that, I found that 9 times out of 10 when I wait to their due date to do an assignment, I find something I want to do way more. So then I'm like stuck with 1 of 3 options. I can not do my assignment, I can miss what I want to do, like miss making that memory, or I can like do the assignment but try to rush through it and not know if I did a good job on the assignment and not know if I'm gonna get a good grade up there. To avoid all of that, I just do my assignments early so I don't have to worry about none of that extraness. When the due date rolls around, there's something else that I want to do. For number 7, it's 2 parts to this, but act interested and talk to your professor. I like to talk to my professors and start building a relationship with them before there's even a problem. I'd like to talk to them about how to study for the class, how to study for the exams, and their expectations for a good student. I also like to talk to them like earlier in the semester about how their tests are formatted, and also is there any potential for extra credit. I like to get my extra credit in before I need it, so I don't have to stress about doing extra credit when you really need extra credit. The last thing I want to say about talking to your professor is that it can really help you out in the long run. It can determine whether you get an A or B in a class, or it can determine whether you pass or fail the class. So you want to make sure you talk to your professor. In addition to office hours, you can also go to class early or stay after class late just to strike up a conversation, as well as you can act engaged during class. So if they ask a question, be that one to answer. If you know you're sitting in class, make sure you sit in the front of the class, you give eye contact, and you act really engaged in the material and what they're teaching you. Number 8, study. I'm gonna tell you this one again. The key to a 4.0 is to study every day. I don't mean studying the weekend before your exam. I do not mean studying a day or the night before your test. I mean study every single day. Maybe not so much high school, but in college I learned that I need to study. It's not the same as high school, because first of all, your teacher don't always teach everything in class that you need to know on the test. So if you don't study and you know you just go off of what the teacher say, you might have a whole section of information that you ain't even never heard of because you never flipped open your book, or you never even like looked at the studying material that the teacher passed out. Secondly, there's just way too much material taught sometimes in class to be able to study it in a short amount of time. You want to learn the information, you don't want to commit the information to memory. Memorizing it is not the same as actually learning it. When you learn something, you can answer application problems about it, and you can have a genuine understanding for the material. I'm back. Sorry for the lighting change. The sun was getting in my eyes because the sun is going down. So sorry if there's like a stripe of shadow right here. Anyways, I was on point 8 and I'm gonna move to point 9. Point 8 was study, point 9 was read. Like I said before, reading the material that the teacher gives you or is recommended by the class is for sure way that you're getting the right information. It's better than Googling it. Number 10 is advocate for yourself. I am one that is on top of my grades. If I get a grade I don't like, I question it, because I do strive for A on every assignment, and I know that I put 100% of my effort into like every assignment that I do. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything right. I'm going to ask my teacher, okay, what did I do wrong in this assignment for me to get this grade? What can I do so next time I can make a higher grade on the assignment? Most of the time the professor will have no problem with telling you what you did wrong or telling you how you can do better on the next assignment. But the key to that is to do it respectfully. I do not try to go up to my professor and fuss them out, because first of all, that's not even me, that's not even my character, and second of all, you don't want to put a target on your back for the professor to make it intentionally hard for you in the class or try to fail you for no reason. Number 11 is to take advantage of the add drop period. The drop add period is the time for you to really customize your schedule to fit your specific needs for that semester. And then another thing too is for your syllabus. Your syllabus tells you what's expected of you for the semester, and if your syllabus is talking crazy, you leave that class and never come back. That's what I would do. That's what you should do, and you need to follow your gut and your intuition, because God gave us that for a reason. So if you know you can't write a 20-page paper every other week, just leave. It's okay. Nobody gonna be mad at you. Nobody gonna hold it against you. Number 12 is to have good attendance. First, sometimes attendance and participation counts towards your grade, so if you're not there, you obviously can't get that grade. Secondly, most of the time you'll be unproductive during that time anyway, so you might as well go to class. Even if you're not feeling that day, just still go. It's better for you to go and, you know, put yourself in that environment than to just do nothing. You gotta have self-discipline. The one day that you miss could be the one day that you did not need to skip. The one day that the information that the whole test is about. So you want to make sure that you know what you're missing when you miss class, and leading into my next point, that you have friends in the class to ask about what you missed. Those same friends can help you study. You can help them study, so it's like mutually beneficial. Number 14. So I have watched a few videos on YouTube, and a lot of them say create this halo effect, you know, like doing your best work in the beginning of the semester. I will object to that just a little bit. You do want to create angelic student idea about yourself, but you don't want to set the standard so high that you're not going to be able to uphold it for the rest of the semester. What I would say is start out like you can hold out. Do what you want your teacher to expect you to do for the rest of the semester. It's just better for you to set the bar not too low, but like not too high either. Purposely kind of do under what you know you can do, so you can raise the bar higher as the semester goes on. And if you don't want to do anything extra, just do what you always been doing and your professor will see nothing different. Number 15 is to make smart friends. You just want friends that's going to hold you accountable, because it's going to create healthy competition to keep you on your toes and like moving forward towards having that 4.0 GPA. Number 16, this is the most important tip, like I said, because first semester was not a straight A semester for me, but second semester definitely was, and this is the one thing that I noticed that changed everything for me, and it was sleep. You have to get sleep to be able to achieve your 4.0 GPA. I make a schedule for myself. I make sure that I get at least 8 hours of sleep every single day. My sleep is a priority to me. I want my sleep, my 8 hours of sleep, just as much as I want my 4.0. And I don't know about you, but me, I can't pay attention if I'm sleepy. You have a nice and rested mind, it'll produce some awesome comprehension and understanding. That's all I have. That's 16 habits of a 4.0 student. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you hit that like button. If you found it helpful, also make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share it with any friends that you may have that may be in college or maybe in high school, or anybody you know who is trying to achieve a 4.0 or maintain a 4.0. Lastly, don't forget to comment down below any questions that you may have about the college application process, college lifestyle in general, or anything about school or lifestyle in general that you just want to know that you don't have anybody to ask. I would love to answer those. Or if you don't want to put it down in the comment section below, always DM me on my social media and I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. But for now, I am DymondStar and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.